Good morning, everyone. I, Sanjeev Kumar, working as an assistant professor in Chandigarh Polytechnic College. Today, I will discuss the topics of element of design. The topics are interchangeability. The term interchangeability is normally employed for the mass production of the identical items within the prescribed limits of sizes. A little consideration will show that in order to maintain the sizes of the part within a close degree of accuracy, a lot of items is required, but even then there will be a small variation. If the variations are within certain limits, all parts of equivalent size will be equally fit for operating in the machines and mechanisms. Therefore, certain variations are recognized and allowed in the sizes of the mating parts to give the required fitting. This facilitates to select at a random form of a large number of parts for an assembly and result in a considerable savings in the cost of production. In order to control the size of the finished parts with due allowances for the error for interchangeable parts is called limit system. Next one is a standardization. The main purpose of standardization is to establish mandatory or obligatory norms for the design and production of machine so as to reduce variation in their types and grades and to achieve quality characteristics in a raw material, semi-finished and finished products. Standardization provides the following benefits: better product quality, reliability, longer life services, mass production of components at low cost, easily availability of parts for the replacement and maintenance, less time and efforts required to manufacture, reduction in variation in size and grades of an article. Next, the Bureau of Indian Standards has standardized the number of items for the benefit of designers and users. In the area of element of design, items of the following categories are standardized and the process is going on. Engineering material, their composition properties and methods are of testing, rules of preparing drawings and use of symbols, fits and tolerances for the various parts of the assembly considerations, dimensions and preferred sizes for the various machines components, namely rivets, bolts, nuts, keys, couplings, and roller bearings, and so on. In standardization, the concept of preferred number helps to reduce unnecessary variations in sizes and grades on an article. Experiences has shown that the general requirement of such a grading are mostly satisfied when it follows a geometrical series. Next is a journal terms used for the limits. Terminology of the limit system. So this diagram shows the whole diagram, hole and the shaft diameter, the zero line, and the maximum hole size, maximum shaft size. And so first one is a nominal size. So what is a nominal size? Nominal size is a size in a name only which is used for the identification. The nominal size may not match any dimension of the product, but within the domains of the product, the nominal size may correspond to a large number or a highly standardized dimensions and tolerances. For example, a pipe of half-inch pipe or 1-inch pipe, etc. Next one is a basic size. It is the size of the job in relation to which all limits of variations are to be determined. It is same for the both hole and the shaft. Next one is a zero line. The line representing basic sizes is called as a zero line. So this figure shows a zero line. Next one is the hole. Hole is a term used to designate all internal features of the parts, including those which are not cylindrical. Next one is a shaft. Shaft is a term used to designate all external features of parts, including those which are not cylindrical. Deviations. It is the algebraic difference between actual size of the job and the basic size of the job. Mathematically, it is represented as de deviation actual size minus the base size, or a Mayer dimensions minus the theoretical dimensions. Next one is a lower deviation. It is the difference between the minimum limit and the basic size of the component. Next one is the upper deviation. It is a difference between maximum limit and the basic size of the component. Basic shaft. It is the shaft whose upper deviation is 0 or where the maximum limit size is equal to the basic size. Basic hole. It is the hole whose lower deviation is 0 or whose minimum limit size is equal to the basic size. Next one is a tolerance. It is defined as the difference between maximum limit and the minimum limit of the hole or a shaft. So what is limits? Limit is nothing but the two upper and the lower extreme permissible sizes between which the actual size is contained. So the figure shows the tolerance, maximum limit and the minimum limit difference. Tolerance, maximum limit and minimum limit. So this one is a hole and this one is a shaft. Need of tolerance. Need of tolerance. Because of the various properties of material, errors are to be introduced. Change in operator method, shift, etc. Also error in manufacturing. Various machine tools have inherent inaccuracy while manufacturing. Types of tolerances. The types of tolerances, first one is the unilateral and second one is the bilateral. In unilateral, when both limits of size are on the same side of zero line, either positive or negative. This type of tolerance are called as unilateral tolerance. So figure shows plus 0.2 or plus 0.2 to 0.12. Application and advantages. It is used for the requirement of the precision fit. It is easy and simple as per the calculations of deviations. If unilateral system is used, the holes of the various grades are having same lower limit. It is easy to standardize hole, that is go gauge. It is easy for the operator during machining, as he would have machined till the upper limits of the shaft. This is also lower limit of the hole. He knows that he still have some margin left for the part to make it accurate. Next one is a bilateral tolerances. When one of the size is at one side of the zero line and other limit of the size is at the other side of the zero line, the tolerance is called it as a bilateral tolerances. So difference between bilateral and the unilateral tolerances. So unilateral tolerance, both limits are on the same side of the zero line. In bilateral, both limits are on the different side of the zero line. In unilateral, both limits having same sign, plus or minus. Both limits are having different signs, plus and negative in bilateral tolerance. For example, 20 plus 0.22 plus 0.1 or minus 2 minus 0.1. For in bilateral example, the units are 10 plus zero point 0.1 and minus zero point 0.1. Next one is the allowances. The international difference kept between hole and shaft is called allowance, or the difference between maximum material condition or the meeting parts is called as allowance. For hole, the maximum material condition is minimum limit. This indicates that maximum material will remain with the component if it is manufactured at minimum limit size. Similarly, for shaft, maximum limit is the maximum material condition. If hole size is bigger than the shaft, the allowances is positive, and if the hole size is smaller than the shaft, the allowances is negative. The figure shows the positive and the negative allowances. So there is some gap, or this will overlap the hole shaft. The figure clearly shows the positive allowances and the negative allowances. Next is the fits. To fit, the degree of looseness or tightness between two mating parts are to be known as fits. Then types of fit. Fit refers to a mating of two mechanical components. Manufactured parts are very frequently required to mate with one another. They may be designed to slide freely against one another, or they may be designed to bind together to form a single unit. The most common fit found in the machine shop is that of the shaft in a hole. There are three general categories. First one is a clearance fit, when it may be described for the shaft to rotate or slide freely within the hole. Second is a transition fit, for when it is desirable that the shaft to be held precisely, yet not so tightly that it cannot be disassembled. This is usually referred to the locations of transition fit. And third one is the interference fit, for when it is desirable for the shaft to be securely held within the hole and it is acceptable that some force be necessary for assembly. So first one is a clearance fit. Clearance fit, in this type of fit, the size limits for the mating parts are so selected that clearance between them always occur. It may be noted that in a clearance fit, the tolerance zone of the hole is entirely above the tolerance zone of the shaft. In a clearance fit, the difference between the minimum size of the hole and the maximum size of the shaft is known as maximum size of the hole, and the minimum size of the shaft is called as a maximum clearance. The clearance fit may be slide fit, easy sliding fits, running fit, slack running fit, and loose running fits. So this is a figure shows the clearance fit. Next one is the interference fit. In this type of fit, the size limit for the mating parts are so selected that interference fit between them always occur. It may be noted that in an interference fit, the tolerance zone of the hole is entirely below the tolerance zone of the shaft. In an interference fit, the difference between the maximum size of the hole and the minimum size of the shaft is known as minimum interference, whereas the difference between the minimum size of the hole and the maximum size of the shaft is called maximum interference. The interference fits may be shrink fit, heavy drive fit, and light drive fit. Next is the diagram for the interference fit. Next is a transition fit. So in this type of fit, the size limits for the mating parts are so selected that either a clearance or an interference may occur depending upon the actual size of the meeting parts. It may be noted that in a transaction fit, the tolerance zones of the hole and shaft overlaps. The transaction fit may be force fit, tight fit, or a push fit. So, so these are the references for the fits and tolerances. And so this is all about today's lecture. Reference links for the future study. I hope everything is clear to you in the today's session, and see you in the next session. Thank you.